I would always say you won't find any boy that will love you the way I do. Like, you won't find a guy who will understand you. Then it's like, how come? Like, you know, he was that person, like, that's like even a low self-esteem, you know. I remember that day I was on my periods, and then he said, because you are a bitch, you have to choose. It's either we have anal sex or I'll let you sleep with my dog. And he wasn't lying, trust me. The dog was just outside. They opened the door and said, you see, he had 2 dogs. Then they said, you choose it. It's rather we had anal sex or you sleep with my dog. Like, I had to choose, I had no choice. Then we had anal sex. Like, it was so painful because I don't even know it. Like, it was my first time. Like, you always say that, no, like, you were not raped. You were enjoying what they were doing to you. That's why you are like this, you know. Because sometimes you would always say, yeah, you are smelling. You smell very bad. Like, I felt like, I thought to myself, maybe because I was raped, that's why I have a smell or something. But I didn't have a smell.
Why did he even have a whip? Was it for you, Vel?
Yes, it was for me. And then he started to beat me with it, and I was wearing a legging.
Oh.
Like, if you can see me, I still have those marks on my thighs. Like, he whipped me with a whip. Like, I was so screaming. My thighs were swollen, like, because that whip was so thick and what was so big like this. And that's when the doctors told me that, no, your son, like, he's disabled. Like, I didn't understand. What do you mean? Then they said, no, like, he won't be able to talk.
I'm sorry.
He won't be able to talk. He won't be able to walk. Like, he won't be able to do anything. Like, I blamed him that maybe he's the one who made me to give birth to a disabled son. Because he was beating me. So
I've been through hell and back. Nobody by my side. Nobody to console me. Nobody to call home me. Hey, what the man you got drama? Better than the Rotonga. I've been through hell and back. Nobody by my side. Nobody to console me. Nobody to call home me. Hey, what the man you got drama?
Hi ninjas, how are you doing? It's a girl, Owamie, and welcome back to another episode of To Hell and Back. If it's the first time joining me, you're most definitely welcome. Please do make sure that you subscribe and obviously hit the bell. I absolutely love you. Now I would like to just give this, PSA. Guys, this is the first time that we're actually shooting with these cameras for To Hell and Back, the new cameras. As you guys know, my old equipment got stolen, so bear with us. We have upgraded. Definitely, we've moved from DSLR to mirrorless, so the setting up and everything is quite complicated a little bit from the previous. So if you see something that looks a bit skewed or whatever, trust and believe we did our best. Okay, the other thing again that I would like to say is that if you'd like to also be a YouTuber and you don't know where to start, I am having my 4th masterclass that will be on the 5th of July 2025. The location will be somewhere in Midrand, but obviously it's going to be a secret. It will be a private location because it will strictly be by ticket. Okay, I'm sure there's a banner that I would have pulled up here that will actually show you guys all the details that you need to know. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Today we are here with the gorgeous Jabulile.
hi.
How are you?
Makenya.
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, I think let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Please start off by just introducing yourself to us. Who are you? You know, do you have, how many siblings do you have? Do you have any babies? Do you have any husband? Like, yeah.
Okay, my name is Jablile. Her name is Ndlapo. I have 2 brothers, and then I stay in Piri, Soweto. Stay with my mom and 2 brothers, and I have so many siblings.
Sukas,
Yes.
from who?
From my uncle, my mother's side.
Okay, you mean cousins, and
Cousins
yeah,
and aunties, and then I only have 1 son.
you have 1 son.
Yes.
Okay. No, then I mean, you wrote to us and you did brief your story. Please just go ahead and explain to us the reason why you wrote to Helen Beck.
The reason I wrote to Helen Beck is because I've been in an abusive relationship with my ex-baby daddy. And then, it's been so hectic. So I want to share the side of my story to people, like whoever who's been abused and stuff, to just
Len.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No, let's then get into it. When did you meet your baby daddy? Please tell us how you guys met and how the relationship started. How old were you?
Okay, we met in 2010.
Okay.
2010. I met him through a friend. I was how many years? I think I was 16 in 2020, 10 years. That's how we met.
Okay.
Yeah, so I met him through a friend. Okay, first time I saw him, like, I got charmed. Like,
Are you serious? What charmed you? Was it his personality or how he looks? Is he like a good-looking guy?
okay, his eyes and lips.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what got me.
You got charmed. And at that time, did you know how old he was?
Because how old was he? Because I think he was 18 or 19.
Okay.
Somewhere there is.
Okay.
Because he's in 92. I think he was,
Somewhere there.
somewhere there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you see him. Were you guys like in a party, a private setup? How was? You met him through a friend? Like, were they just walking? Where did you meet exactly?
We met because we don't stay very far from each other.
Okay.
So there was a party. So then that friend of mine, then he invited me. Then I went there. Then that's when I saw him.
Okay.
And then he also got attracted to me. Like we were chatting and stuff. And then he said, can you please borrow me your phone? I want to see time. And then I gave him my phone. And then he did a call back. He took my phone and did a call back for himself. I didn't know. And then the following day, he started to call, hi. And then, hi, how are you? I'm okay. And who am I speaking to? That guy you saw yesterday. And then I asked, where did you get my numbers? Then he said, don't worry about that. And then we started talking, and then we ended up falling in love.
Then you ended up dating. From the day you met to the time you started dating, how long would you say that was?
It was a month.
A month.
Yes.
Of just talking over the phone, and you guys were not seeing each other?
No.
Okay.
No, we were just talking over the phone.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the honeymoon phase. How was it for you?
It was okay. Like everything was fine. Whenever I was talking to him through the phone, like you would see the smile,
The butterflies.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's get into the to hell part of the relationship. When did it start?
It started after started 2010. I remember at school, like, we
Okay, yeah.
so we would scream, and when the guys are with alpha males, money,
Yeah.
So we were at school, so it was after school. And then, so apparently, I think he was telling people to please look him. They must like what I'm doing and stuff. So there was this boy, I didn't know. He was the one who was watching me. So my ex was part of the group of Ikotan and stuff,
Okay.
So we were screaming, "Ah!" And then it was after school. So while we were going home, and then my ex said, "Hi Jabu, can you please come visit me?" Then I said, "No, I can't do that. We're no longer dating, so I can't do that." So the guy whom they told to watch me, then I think he went home and told my ex that I saw Jabu, and then she was busy talking with his ex-boyfriend. And then I went home. I changed my clothes, and then I decided to sleep just a few minutes, and then I slept. And then he called, and then I answered the phone, and then said, "I'm outside, can you please come out?" Then I said, "Okay, I'm coming." And then I went out, and then we walked, because it's not far from where he stays. So when we got to where he lives, and then it just hit me with the face, like. And then I said, "What did I do?" And then he said, "I know what you did. You were with your ex." And I said, "No, I didn't." And I said, "I know, because someone told me." So right now we are going to go to your ex-boyfriend. You will show me where he stays, and then we're going to fetch him. And like and then he called his friends, and then they came with baseball, like the beds, sticks. And then he said, I don't know, his friends had cars. And then he told me that you're going to show me where he lives, and if you dare lie to me, I'm going to show you. Then we went inside the car, and then I showed him where my ex stayed. Then I knocked there, and then I called him and I said, "Can you please come out?" And then my ex did come out, and then he came with his friends, and then I told him to please don't ever talk to Jabulile again. I don't want to see you near him.
But how old was your ex? Was he younger than the guy you were dating, or was he older?
No, he was older.
So if you were 16 and he was your ex, how old were you when you were dating that guy?
Because I dated that guy, started dating him in 2008 in grade 8, and he was in grade 10 when I was in grade 8. He was doing grade 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, he told him to please leave Jabulile alone. I don't want ever to see you with him again. And then he said, "Okay, I'll leave Jabulile alone. No, it's not a problem." And then we went inside the car, and then when we went back home, like inside the car, he was hitting me. Like I was crying.
In front of his friends?
In front of his friends. Like.
And none of them tried to stop it?
No.
Sure.
Like they were having fun, they were drinking, like it was normal to them, a guy to beat a girl like that. Because, he was beating me like nobody's business. And then I went home. When I got home, like I didn't even tell my mom, my aunt, I didn't even tell them. I just then decided to went back to sleep. Then that's when the abuse started. Like I think I allowed him, like, because I didn't even fight for myself. So that's when it started.
That's when it started. Okay, so let's say from the time that you guys started, isn't it you had a month where you were talking over the phone?
Yes.
And then you started a relationship. How long was it into the relationship that he started beating you? That was the first time, right?
Yes.
How long had it been that you were dating when he beat you for the first time?
Like it's a week, because I remember it was a Friday. a week.
Wow.
It was not even 2 months, or it was a week.
So after he beat you now, did he apologize?
No, I'm the one who apologized for speaking with the ex. He didn't even try to apologize. I'm sorry for beating you or what. No, I'm the one who
Went to apologize. So a week in, would you say you were really fully in love with him already? Do you think because when Ikotane comes, everybody's screaming, you were also part of them that scream, and he's part of Ikotane? Do you feel like also that made you feel more attracted to him as a young girl, and you just felt like this is the life?
Which one?
Your current boyfriend, your baby daddy?
No, he was not the part of Ikotane.
Oh, he was not part of the Ikotane. The ex was part of Ikotane.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
that makes sense. So were you now in love with your baby daddy, like within that 1 month in a week that he started beating you?
Yeah, I think so, because he would always wear like expensive clothes, you know.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
And you were attracted to that?
So attracted to that. Like,
wow. Wow. It's the fact that you're even laughing.
I was so attracted, I don't know, like, I was so in love.
No?
Yes.
Okay, so now you got beaten, you did not tell your mom, you didn't tell anyone at home. Okay, I'm sure you apologize, you guys fix things. Let's talk about the next one now. How long was it before the next abuse happened?
I think it was the following week.
And then what was the issue this time?
Okay, the issue was that, so I have these 2 cousins.
Okay.
Who stay around in Soweto, in Simhlope. So, when they come around, you know, it was 2010 World Cup, you know. We always, like, go out in parties and stuff. So, I remember that at a time there was a street bash. So my cousin, then they decided, no guys, let's go to this place just to have fun. Then I said, okay, it's not a problem. We went to that place. I didn't know that he would also come to that place. Then we went with my cousins, and then there was also that ex, that one who was part of Skotane. Then he was also there in the party. So, okay, we stayed there, then we drank alcohol and stuff. And then he came with his friends. Okay, and then he came to me and then said hi. And then I said hi, hello. And then I introduced him to my 2 cousins. And then there's the first cousin, her name is Nomthandazo. Like, he didn't like him, like, first time that day, like, he told me that, like, Jabu, no, I don't like this guy, like, he's not good for you. Then I said, no, Nomthandazo, he's fine, just please give him a chance. And then we parted. So it was time to go home. Then I told him, no, like, I'm going home now. And then he started to say, no, don't piss me off. I'm going with you. Then I said, but I didn't come with you. So I'm going with my 2 cousins. Then he said, no, you're not going anywhere. You just want to go to your ex. That's why you're saying you don't want to go with me home. You don't want to go with me at my place. And then, so my cousins saw all those, like, then my cousin came to me and then said, Jabu, no, are you fine? And I said, no, I'm okay. Like, it's not a problem. I'm fine. I'm just talking to him. Then we'll go home. And then, just from nowhere, then he started to beat me. Yeah.
In front of people?
In front of people.
Even your cousins?
Even my cousins. Said, I don't like these 2 cousins of yours. They're the ones who are telling you to be busy with boys. Then I said, with what boys?
So now when he's beating you in front of your cousin, did your cousins try come and help?
Yes, because that my cousin, that one that who doesn't like him, like, she fought, said, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. This is my cousin. And you didn't come with her. So we were taking her home. And then we went home that day, like, I was crying. And people, like, you know, people, they, like, Abakuzi, they would just stand there and watch. And And then we went home, and then my cousin, like in the morning, they talked to me and said, "Jab, now leave this guy. You must just leave him. Don't go back to him. Don't." And then the following day, then he came, and then he called, "I'm outside, please come outside." Then I went outside, and then he said to me, "I don't like those two cousins of yours." Then I said, "Why?" Then he said, "No, bathanda bafana, like bayakufundisa ubufebe." Like, and then I said, "How come? Because you don't even know them that much. So why do you say you don't like them?" "No, I just don't like them. I can feel it in my spirit." He likes to
He's
say
now
that.
a false prophet.
He always likes to say that he can feel them that they are not good for me. Then I said, "No, but these are my cousins. We grew together, so we grew up together. So I can't just tell them that they must not come here anymore, or I can't go visit them." Then he said, "Then you will have to choose whether you choose me or you choose them." Then I said, "How come? Like, what do you want me to do?" Then he said, "I want you to stop going to them. Just don't go to them anymore." And then I said, "Okay, it's not a problem." And then he left, and then I went back inside. And then I lied to my cousin. I told them that, "No, we broke up with the guy." Then they said, "Yeah, good, because he's not good for you." Okay, and then my cousins, and then they left. They went back home, and then I stayed behind. And then at school, okay, whenever I go to school, like, because that guy whom he told, like, to watch me, like, in school, like, I was even scared to talk to
To any guy.
because, like, he will always go and report that, "No, we saw Jabu with this guy," and stuff, And then when I go to visit him, and then fighting starts.
At what grade were you in at that time?
2010, I was in grade 10.
You were in grade 10.
Yes.
Okay. And so now, how were you maneuvering? Because, I mean, if you're in a school, it's girls and boys. Clearly, if there's maybe you need help from someone, and it's that guy that has that help that you need. So you would just avoid completely.
Yes. Because even when we are going together, let's say we're going to a shopping center, let's say I meet my classmate, "Oh, hello. And then when that guy passes and then say, "Oh, how do you know him? Wait, is it your ex? Were you dating?"
How?
Then I would say, like, "How come?" Because I'm not attending a girls-only school. There are girls and boys. So why would you say I was dating him and stuff? Then said, "Yeah, if you are going with me, don't greet any boys." Or then you also must not greet my enemies.
How?
Yeah, like, let's say if she's not talking to some other guy, maybe they were fighting, then I was also not allowed to greet that person.
Wow. Yo, this guy abusive already at the age of 18, 19.
Yes.
Sure, okay.
And then I remember then the first accident, that's when he beat me, like, so bad. Bad. Like, it was on 9 August, I think it was Women's Day. So there's this famous DJ where I stay. So on holidays, like, she would usually plug and on. So there's this place called Dakamete. So me and my friends then organized, "No, let's go there just to have fun." So at home, like, we were staying with my uncle, but then he passed away in 2014. Then we organized and said, "No, let's go to that place, and that it's a holiday just to have some fun." Okay, then later that night, and then, okay, we went to that place. So then my uncle also there with his friends. So my ex also came with his friends. And then when he saw me, then he called me, "Can I please go talk to you?"
Your ex?
Yes, my ex. I said, come, can I please talk to you? And then I went to him. Then he said, what are you doing here? Then I said, no, like I come here just to have fun. Then,
When you say your ex, you're talking about who, your baby daddy?
yes, my ex-baby
Okay.
daddy.
Okay.
Then he said, what are you doing here? And then I said, no, I come here to have fun. And then I'll go back home. Then he said, no, you know I don't like your friends. Please go back home and sleep.
Now.
Imagine,
and Yene is staying.
Yes, he's there with his friends.
Imagine.
And then my uncle came and then, no, Jabu, what's wrong? Then said, I told my uncle that, no, I want to go home. Then said, why? Because we just got here. And then he started to fight with my uncle. This is my girlfriend. You won't tell me what to do.
Wait, did he know that was your uncle?
Yes. He knew.
This is my girlfriend, as if this is my wife. I've paid lobola.
I've paid lobola for her.
Imagine.
Yeah, this is my girlfriend. I want, he must go home. Then my uncle, for what? Then his friends started to come and my uncle's friends. So there was chaos.
2 groups now.
Yes, 2 groups now. They are fighting for Jabu and ex-baby daddy. It's quite a lot. And then I chose to go home with my baby daddy to his place. I left my uncle. I left my friends. I went to him. Then we went to his place. Then when we got to his place and then we went inside the room and then he looked, said, I'm coming. I want to teach your uncle a lesson. And then he locked the door and then he left. I don't know what happened because after some few hours and then he came back. Then he said, yeah, then I said, what did I do? Because I chose you. I chose to go home with you. What did I do? Yeah, I told you I don't like those friends of yours. Bakufunela my boyfriend. That's why I don't
like how your cousins.
Like my cousins. And then there was this broomstick. So it was broken in half. So he started to beat me with it. Like he beated me like I was crying. Then while he was beating me, like I was covering my face so that he won't hit my face. And then just I was about to, like I wanted to look at him and hold that broomstick. And then that's where he hit me here with the broomstick. And then like my lip was so open, was bleeding, like it was, you know, when you open water from the tap, was bleeding. And then he took there was a cold drink bottle. Then he hit me on my head. Oh, I'm bleeding in the head. I don't know what to do. Like I'm dizzy. I can't even do anything. I was blood this side and that side.
But now you went to his home, right? His parents are not home.
They were inside the house. So
they couldn't hear you screaming.
Whether they did hear me or they were just ignoring. I don't know, because I was screaming. I remember very well. Then that day, okay, then she hit me. I was crying, like I thought, like this guy, like for real, like what did I do to him? I thought maybe he would open the door and say that go home, go to your place. Or no, he decided to lock me inside the house and then he went out. I don't know where did he go to, because he came back in the morning. He left me there bleeding. And then when he came back in the morning, then he told me I don't love you anymore. Don't ever come here again. So now I have to go outside with the blood on my head and on my lip.
What about the pain throughout the night?
I was dizzy, like it was so painful. It was so painful. So now I was scared to go home. Then I decided, you know what, let me go to the clinic, because there's a clinic near where we stayed, Shawela Clinic. So because I was a minor when I got there, and then they said, no, where are your parents? Then I said, my mom is at work and I only stay with him, and then my uncle, he's at home. And then said, do you know your mother's numbers? Then I said, yes. Then they called my mom. And then my mom came to the clinic. Then they said, no, your child, she's so bad, so we're going to transfer her to Baragwanath Hospital. Then my mom, I think she asked it back to knock off. Then my mom came at Shaula Clinic, and then she asked me, what happened, Job? And then I told her that, no, it's my boyfriend. Then they said, you've got a new boyfriend? And I told him, yes. Then I said, okay. And then the doctor also did a J88. So I went home to take clothes and food for that day. And then we went to Para. And then I stayed there in Para. And then I got stitches on my head and here on my upper lip. Then for a week, he didn't call. He didn't do anything. I also didn't call him. I told my mom, no, you know what? I don't love him anymore. I won't go back to him anymore. And then, so my friends came just to support, but they're saying, but we were getting so
you chose him over us, so
you don't love us. And I started to apologize to them. And then I said to her, no, I won't go back. My friends, trust me, I won't go back. And then just after a week, the following week, and then he called. And he said, hi, can we talk? Then I said, okay, not a problem. We can meet and talk. Then I sneaked out of us. I said at home, I'm done with him. Then I went to him, and then he apologized. I'm sorry, but you are the one who made me angry. So I apologize. I'm sorry for that, but please don't ever do it again. He made it feel like it was my fault. You know. Then he said, don't do it again. Don't ever go with your friends. I don't like them. And also everyone, I don't like them. And I said, but why? What did I do? Then he said, no, I can feel it. And also my friends, he also said, I can feel that, no. Bazokujoyeza abafana bathanda abafana abangani bakho. Ngithi mina ubabone where do you see them? Then he said, no, they're always changing boyfriends. So if your friends are changing boyfriends, which means you also do the same. Then I said, okay, not a problem. And then I forgave him.
Okay.
I went back to him, but then I didn't tell my friends. I was sneaking out. Even my imam, I didn't tell him.
So now, when you now were going to the hospital, you're hurt, you're getting stitches and everything, your uncle that was fighting for you, he didn't say anything?
He also said, Jab, please, that guy, I know him. Because I think they
see them, each
so
other.
My uncle was so against that and said, I know what he does at night, so please, angifuni ngawe because ngiyazazi into azenzayo estradini. So also say my uncle is jealous. He doesn't want me to date.
Wow.
And then we got back together. Then 2011, I was in grade 11. So my ex, that one who was part of Ikotan, he was repeating grade 11. So apparently we were attending the same class. When I passed grade 10 to grade 11, they put me where he was
in the same class
with him. And then I don't know where he had it from that me and my ex were in the same class. And then, everything was fine. And then there was this other day. So apparently when he goes out at night, he goes to drink and then comes back. And then you will find me sleeping. So whenever he comes back, and then he will wake me up and say, are you cheating on me? Then I said, no, I'm not cheating on you. Then he said, you are lying. You are cheating on me. I'm not cheating on you.
Was this over the phone?
No, like when I go to visit.
Or when you go to visit him?
Yeah.
When you say visit, what do you mean? Would you sleep
Like
over
sleep
sometimes?
over, yes.
You would sleep over there?
Yes,
At the age of
like-
16 to 17?
Yes.
Your mom had no issue with that?
Like the first time I remember, like I would not tell my mom where I was going.
But where would she think you are?
Because my mom, she would like call, then I would not pick up or just switch off my phone.
But when you get home the following day?
Like she will beat me. Like, where have you been?
She will beat
She
you?
will beat you.
Okay.
She would beat me, and then my uncle will come and say, no, mntwana uyaziphethe adolescents, like leave her alone.
So now when you would go for a sleepover, she had accepted that you have a boyfriend, she would know
No, like at first, like I would go on a Friday, then I come back Saturday in the morning. I have to make sure that
you're back.
I'm back in
Okay.
the morning before my mom wakes up.
Okay.
But then she would have seen, because she would call the whole night and then I would not answer the phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
So you would go to his place and then he would go drink.
yes.
And when he comes back, he'll find you sleeping, wake you up and ask why you are cheating.
cheating on me?
Okay.
Yes. And then he will take my phone, like he will check received calls.
He's drunk at that time.
Yes. He will check received calls, dialed numbers, messages. Like if he's on dial calls, let's say he sees like, okay, this number is calling you, like, who is it? And then I will tell him, no, like, let's say it's a friend. No, it's my friend. And then he will take those numbers, because he had, what's this? Truecaller. He will dial a number and then call it. And then he said, okay, it's this one. Okay, it's not a problem. Also check like sent messages, inboxes. He will also go on Facebook like and check my friends. So when I'm friends with boys, why are you friends with this guy? And then I said, no, I don't know him. It's a friend request. Then I accepted it. Then what's the problem there? Yeah. Then he said, but I don't want you to have Facebook. On WhatsApp, you only chat with me, your mom, and your granny. Only. No friends. Remember, I told you that I don't like those friends of yours. Your
No cousins. Remember, I don't like those cousins.
I don't like your cousins. So you just greet them, hi. When they say you must come visit, no, you're not allowed to do that. And then I said, okay.
You deleted your Facebook?
I deleted Facebook, and then on WhatsApp I only had his numbers, my mom, my uncle, and those two cousins of mine, and then my granny. That's the only contact I had. And then the abuse was going on, like I was allowing it.
He would beat you?
Like he would beat me for no reason. Let's say I'm going to the shops, and then I didn't tell him, and then he would call, and this guy would call, like when you check your phone, and then you would see 36 missed calls. Just going to the shop and coming back, when I get 36 missed calls
in a span of 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Sure.
Then I have to explain where am I coming from, because he called so many times. I would have to explain.
When you would see, let's say you're coming back and you're seeing 35 missed calls, would your heart drop I'm gonna get a beating now?
Yeah, they're going to beat me for all those 36 missed calls. I must explain where am I coming from, why I took time or why I was not answering my phone, which means I was with my boyfriend or something. Because whenever I go to the shop, I have to report, okay, I'm going to the shop, I'm leaving the phone. Okay, I'm charging my phone, please don't call. I'm going to the toilet, I have to report. When I go to the mall, I have to report. I'm going to a mall, please don't call, I'm leaving the phone behind. So yeah, that's how bad it was.
Sure. So okay, let's now fast track. As you're saying, he's your baby daddy.
Yes.
When did you now fall pregnant?
In 2014.
So this is 4 years after you started dating him and he was abusing you.
Yes.
Were you guys now having sex without protection?
Yes.
Why? In these 4 years, had you ever found out that he was cheating?
He was. That's why my uncle was
So against.
yes, was so against, because there's a tavern around where he stays. So my uncle would always go there. Like you would see him with girls and stuff. So that's why I didn't understand at first why my uncle was so against. So there's this neighbor of mine, and then that other day, and then he told me that no, this guy, we don't like what he's doing to you, because when I'm always we are shy and stuff. People would see, even at school, because let's say it's a Friday, they will know that on Monday I will come with bruises, bandages at head,
You lie.
yes. At school they even knew that come weekend, Monday, they definitely know that job.
Will come
with blue eyes
and they will know it's him.
yes, because he would come at school.
And of all the educators that were there, no one ever thought of let's help this child.
No.
Your mommy and
she was fighting, but I kept on going back.
yeah.
To the same guy. She was fighting with my stepdad. That they would fight, but then I would go back. He was so abusive. I don't know why. Because I remember that day when I told him, okay, I felt okay, it's my partner, let me be open to him. And then I told him, no, when I was 10 years, I was raped.
I'm sorry for that.
No, it's not a problem, it's fine. I told him, when I was 10 years, I was raped. And then, he was okay, sorry about that. And then, trust me, on the process, he would always, insult me. And say, yeah, you were not raped. You were enjoying it. I would say, how come I was 10?
I'm sorry, Mama. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
You know, you always say that, no, you were not raped. You were enjoying what they were doing to you. That's why you are like this. Because sometimes you would always say, yeah, you are smelling. You smell very bad. I felt I thought to myself, maybe because I was raped, that's why I have a smell or something, but I didn't hear the smell. No.
Do you hide this guy? I'm sorry.
Okay.
So now, with him telling you all this stuff that he's telling you, how are you still comfortable to still be intimate with him?
I don't know. I think I was scared of him.
Is it?
Yes. I was scared to leave him because of the things that he was doing to me. So I thought if I break up with this guy, he's going to kill me or something.
Is it? Do you think maybe there was a point where you just felt like you were afraid that if you leave him, maybe you would not find another person? Did he psychologically make you believe that you were less than what you are?
Yes, because he would always say, you won't find any boy that will love you the way I do. You won't find a guy who will understand you. Then how come? He was that person that's when even a low self-esteem, you know, okay, I'm not, because every time, let's say when my mom gives me money to go do my hair or something, she will cut my hair. Will take a scissor and say, where are you going? I said, no, my mom is the one who gave me money to do my hair. And then said, she will take a scissor, then will cut my hair.
And when you get home now?
I would hide. I would put on a doek or a hat. Then let's say after 2 days, my mom seen me. Chab, what happened? Because I gave you money just recently to you, and then what happened? Then I will tell him, no, mom, it's my boyfriend. Like my mom, oh. She would fight. And Chab, why did you go back to that guy? Because it's not normal.
Why? What do you think was the core reason of you keeping on going back?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because I thought maybe no. I also thought what he was saying, that no one, you know what, no one is gonna love me. So this one, he's the one for me.
Did you feel like when he beat you, he was beating you because he loves you?
Me. Yes.
You felt like
I
that?
felt like that. Like, no, maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Like, I'm the one who's doing all those things that he doesn't like me to do. So I'm the one, like, he made me feel like I'm the one who's pushing him to beat me. So I thought, okay, if he's beating me, that means he loves me. And then 2014, then I got pregnant. Then I got pregnant. Remember what? It was February. So when I told him that, okay, so tonight see go like it, and you know, when you are pregnant, meaning your baby sees. Then I told, it was a Friday. I told him that, okay, me and my grannies were gonna come here on a Sunday. It was Friday. We're gonna come here on a Sunday with his sister later. And then he said, okay, not a problem. It was Friday. Then Saturday, he called me and then said, he doesn't love me anymore. I must never ever call him again. Must never come to his place anymore. And I should tell my grannies to not come at his place. And then I said, okay, it's fine if you say you don't want me anymore, but it's not a problem, but we're gonna come because you are the one who made me pregnant. And he said, no, namanga. I don't like what's in a
He can't impregnate.
Yes, he can't.
Okay.
And then I said, okay, no problem, but still we're gonna come. And then on Sunday, me and my grannies, we went to his place. Then we got here in the morning, we didn't find him.
So when you were getting there, since there were times that you would go and even sleep there, his parents, they knew you?
Yes.
You would see them when you go to sleep over there, and they were fine with you sleeping over there and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we got there in the morning, and then, but then the granny didn't like me.
Okay.
At all. So when we got there, we got the granny. And then he said, no, he's not here. I don't know where he went. And then my granny said, okay, it's fine, not a problem. But then you do know job. Right? Then he said, yes, I do, but he's not the father. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, he's not the father. Then I said, how come? My granny said, how come? Because you know Chabu. Yes, I know him, but he's not the father. Then, okay, there was misunderstanding there, you know. And then, okay, we left, went back home. Then my granny said, okay, no, Chabu, it's not a problem. It's not the end of the world. We will support you all through. So just leave the guy alone. Then I said, okay, not a problem. February, March, then started to date my best friend.
From the ones that he said he does not like?
Yes. So, because usually I would take because I had no phone, that I would take my friend's phone and then I would chat with him. So I think that's when they got
the numbers. Okay.
So people would come, you know, oh, your best friend is dating your baby daddy, you know. So like it was so painful. Then I said, okay, no, it's fine, not a problem. Then, okay, during pregnancy, and then I gave birth in September, on the 7th of September. Okay, I gave birth, and then I gave birth to a premature baby. So they said, no, he has to stay in hospital. We have to come like every day in the morning. That time I'm in matric and we're writing prelims. I was so stressed, like it was a lot, because I was still like in pain that how come like he dates my best friend. Okay, and then I gave birth every morning. Like my mom would go out, all out. Like my family was always like, they were supportive. I would go to school in the morning to write, and then I have to go to Barwa, you know, and stuff. And then after 3 months, and then they discharged my son. And then, okay, went back home. Then September, October, November, December, and then January 2015. So Mama, like, like she had to go to Twas. My baby that was 3 months. So my mom said, no, Jabulile, like, nizosala nodwa, I'm not choice, I have to go. And like my baby like was still young. And then my granny said, no, it's not a problem. I will come that side to stay with them because they're still young. And then my granny came. And then my granny, then he's the one who noticed that, no, Jabuman, your son, he's like, he's not crawling and stuff. I think you should take him back to the hospital and tell them what's the problem. And then I went back to him. I took him and then I went to hospital with him. And then that's when the doctors told me that, no, your son, like, he's disabled. Like, I didn't understand. What do you mean? Then they said, no. Like, he won't be able to talk.
I'm sorry.
He won't be able to talk. He won't be able to walk. Like, he won't be able to do anything. It was so painful because I was still young. I didn't, like, you know, when you are young and then your first child, like, you get excited. So, like, to me, it was so painful. I didn't understand. Because when I see my friends, so that other 2 friends of mine, they had 2 children. So the other one gave birth in August, the other one October. So when I see them, like, playing around, I would cry.
I'm sorry, Mommy.
Like, I blamed him that maybe he's the one who made me to give birth to a disabled son. Because he was beating me. So
did they tell you which condition he has, or was it because of he was born prematurely?
like you said, they said here he has a CP child, like a cerebral palsy, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
How was he born? Was he born naturally? Was it a natural birth? It was a C-section. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I felt like it's his fault, my son, to be like this. Because he was always beating me. Because in hospital they asked, were you drinking, were you smoking? And I said, no, I was not drinking, I was not smoking. So.
He would beat you even when you were pregnant?
Yes.
So after you told him that you were pregnant and he refused the pregnancy and then he broke up with you, you still got to see him after he rejected you, or he beat you when the pregnancy was still small before he knew?
Yes, before he knew. Because I found out that when I was pregnant, I was 5 months pregnant.
Is
That's
it?
when I knew that I was pregnant. Like,
okay.
My tummy was so small, like you wouldn't see that.
Okay.
I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
And then came. It was so painful in that journey, you know. Because my mom was also, okay, the granny was there, but then, you know, I needed my mom. So my mom was not around, you know. Okay, fine. Then they came, I attended physio. They told me to take him to physio, speech therapy, and also to St. John's because he also can't see. So, and then I don't know what happened with him and my best friend. I think then they broke up. So in my same street, and then he dated the same girl who was staying in the same street, maybe, or 4 houses from where I was staying. So I remember that time I was going to the shop, so I was standing on the gate, and then I saw him coming with this girl, and like he was holding that girl's child, you know, the pain, like I was saying, this guy is passing here, my son is disabled, he doesn't even come to ask how is the son, and like everything is normal to him. Okay, it's fine. And then I got a job as a waitress. There was this club in Diepkloof. So I started working there. And then, okay, I told myself, you know what? Just forget about this guy. It's really over. You know?
How long had it been then?
Like from February. But then January, February, March 2016. I got a job.
Okay.
Okay, I forgot about him, and then I was working and I was doing everything for my son. You know, when I get tips and stuff, I would give my granny, because my son was now staying with my granny. Buy him nappies, buy him everything, because he was attending a special school. So everything was fine. I don't know where he got my numbers from, and then he called me. And then he said, I want my son. And then I said, no, you have a son? No, you don't have a son. I said, no, I want my son. I want to be part of his life. And then I told him to go to my granny. You know my granny, where my granny stays. That's where my son stays. And then you will go there, and then you will talk to my granny. And before doing that, I have to call all my grannies, the one that you went with to your place, your big sis. And you must also call your parents to tell them that now you want to be part of my son's life. Okay, I think, and then he went to my granny's place, and then they talked. I think he asked for forgiveness. I don't know, because the following day when I went to my granny, and then said, oh, and then I said, okay, it's not a problem, you know. And then he came, and then okay, he did come around. He bought some things for him, and then I think then he sweet talked me. I don't know what happened.
You think he sweet talked you, but we want to hear those sweet words. What were they?
Okay, and then I remember that day, and then he called and said, can you please talk? Like, come this side, and then can you please talk? And then I said, okay, not a problem. And then I went to him. Then he said, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do all those things. I was confused. People were telling me that you were cheating and stuff. So that's why I said those things that I said. So please forgive me. Let's raise our son together. You see, he's disabled, so he will need us to be there for him as parents. So let's not separate. Let's get back together. Like, he made all those excuses and said, you know how sensitive these children are. Like, they can sense if there's something wrong. If maybe you are not with me, like, he will sense and he will get sick and
he
stuff.
didn't sense you were not there throughout the whole pregnancy and the birth and
the birth, because he only came back when he was 7 years old.
Sure. So for these 7 years, like, you guys were not in communication. And then you never moved on?
I did. Like, I have moved on, because I remember I found a guy where I was working. So apparently, okay, the guy was also lying and said no, then the guy had a baby mama, you know, baby mama drama and stuff. Okay. And then we broke up.
So when he came back into your life, you were single again?
Yes, I was single again. And then he told me to please delete that guy's numbers.
Back with full control, before.
I don't like your cousin, please.
Hi, boo. Your cousins that were there for you these 7 years that Yenai was not there.
He was not there. I had to cut them.
You did?
I did.
Wow.
Just to make him happy.
Wow.
Also, my friends back to school, and like, I blocked them. I deleted Facebook. I only had WhatsApp, and I would only chat with
Your
him,
grandmother.
grandmother, and mother. That's the only people that I was allowed to communicate with.
So this time when you were working there, where were you staying?
I was staying at my cousin's.
You were
place
staying at your
Vincent
cousin.
Shop, yes. The
So
one that
he doesn't like. So now how do you go about
I had
it?
to go back. I had to leave
And go to your home?
and go to my
And I'm sure it's further away
yes,
from the...
it's further because that place was closing at 2 a.m.
And how are you... Actually, I must beat you, man. Who is a shambok? No ways.
Like I had to leave.
So now, because you have to travel further, it's more money for petrol, for transport, right? Even if you're using a taxi or whatever.
Yes.
Was he now giving you that money?
No,
Wow.
he was not, because at that time he was not even working.
Ish. Yeah, you can love, ne? You?
So yeah, back to square one. Then I blocked my friends, like cut off everything, just to be with him and look him just in the eyes, like no going out. And trust me, like when they like, and we were not even going out with him. I would not go out with him. Like let's go and have maybe fun. Let's go watch movies. Like I don't even have a picture with the guy. Even if they can say share your happy memories with your ex, I don't have.
Because you were always in the house.
In the house, he would go, but Shena, he would go out, drink with his friends, come back at 2 a.m. I was not allowed to do that. He would say, "I ngizokushada kanjani ngifuna igirlfriend ephuzayo ehambe ebusuku."
So he was basically saying, how am I going to marry you? I don't want a girlfriend, that drinks, that comes at night. But Yena, he does.
He does.
Why can't he go with you?
He won't. Because when we go together, I know when we go together, let's say maybe a guy, hi, maybe my classmate, hi.
It's over.
The fight will start. Or let's say we are in a club. You know, when you're in a club, you see with different people. Let's say maybe you look around for a place. Then so, why are you looking around? Are you looking for someone, or you want a man or something?
So when you guys are in the house, what would you be doing?
We were busy maybe on the phone.
Phone with what? Because when you don't even have Facebook, you don't have anything. You talk it to your grandma.
My phone rings, then he would say, put that phone on loudspeaker. I want to hear who is it. Or maybe let's say I don't put it on a loudspeaker. I'm speaking, and then he would ask, who is it who's that person who's calling you?
Even when you're still on the phone?
Yes. I would be only on TikTok only. I don't chat with anyone. Because I blocked my cousins, I blocked my friends. So when we were together, we would just sit, look each other in the eyes, or he would be busy with his phone. Then he would be busy telling me, I do my washing, or do this, do this.
This is round, I can't even say round 2, because it's been many rounds, but let's say season 2 now.
Yes. So sometimes I remember this day, like, and then I decided, you know what, 2023 on May, like it was my friend's birthday. So her sister said, you know what, let it be the girls' night only, no drinking, or just go to. Remember, we were going to Gold Reef City at Billie Jean. So just buffet, then eat, and then we go back home. And then she booked for 6 o'clock. So whenever I was going out, so I was no longer telling him, because she wouldn't allow me to go. Like he would make sure that, let's say my friends say, no, Chabu, let's go out. She definitely made sure that he comes and fetch me, then we go to his place, so that I won't be able to go. So that then I said, okay, I know, I won't tell him I'm going out. So usually I would ask my friend, they also knew, please guys, don't post on Facebook that you are going out or something, because he will see that I'm with you, and then nabo bibazi ukuthi ish
it will be a problem.
Okay, and that day, okay, we bath, and then we're preparing ourselves, some weaves and then eyelashes. I don't know where he had it from. That do you know that your girlfriend is going out with your friend, with his friends? They are going somewhere, and they are going with boys. He came to my place. Then I just had a phone call. Yeah, please come out.
When you say he would come fetch you, he would fetch you with what? A car?
No. With so it's like he was working because not fun. Then you come.
So why are you saying he would come fetch you? Just say he would come walk with you.
Yeah, I would.
I don't mean to be.
Sorry. No, he doesn't have a car.
I don't mean to laugh.
Sorry, but
Javu, I money.
no, he doesn't have a car. Please don't laugh.
I'm not laughing that he doesn't have a car. A lot of people don't have cars, okay? So don't get me wrong. It's the way you would always say he would come fetch me. So now, when you're talking, like, I'm like, wait a minute, you did say this guy's not working. So now I'm asking myself, where is the car? Like, okay, so...
No, he would walk like from his place and then come to my place.
And then you would walk together?
Yes.
Okay.
So that, and then he came, and then he asked me, where are you going? Then I said, no, I'm going to Gold Reef City with my friends. Then he said, why did I say to you? And I said, but I'm going out. And then...
I mean, this time you are working.
Yes.
You are going with your friends, but...
My friends. Then I said, what did I tell you? I told you that I don't like your friend. I don't want them. And I said, nothing. And then he said, like he split on my face. Spit on my face, and then he said, take off those eyelashes. You're not going anywhere.
Sure.
Then I said, okay. And then he went back wherever I came from. And then I went back inside the house. I washed my face, put back on my eyelashes. And then my friend, let's go, friend. And then we went to Gold Reef City. So because it's for 4 hours, we didn't even stay that long. Because I thought, okay, we eat. And then 9 o'clock, we went back home. So now, because now he's working, trust me, the following day he didn't even go to work. Just so that he can fetch me to beat me. And then he came in the morning, I remember, I was off from work. Then he now tell her, where you coming from, where did you sleep? Then I said, but I'm here home, you found me sleeping because I remember I was still on my pajamas. Then I said, yeah, let's go to my place.
So, like, at that time, he came to your home because now you were back home?
Yes.
Okay.
He came the following day. Then he said, let's go to my place. And then I asked him, why did you not go to work? And then he said, don't ask me that. Then I said, okay. Then I put on my leggings and then a top, and then I locked. And then we went to his place. And then when we got there, then he said, where did you sleep? Where were you going with yesterday? And then I said, no, it was only girls' night only. And then we just ate, and then we came back home. Then he said, what did I say? I told you I don't like your friends. I don't want to see you with them. Then I just kept quiet. And then he took out a what is it called?
A shambok?
No, a whip. And trust me, it's that thick one, the big one.
Joe, why did he even have a whip? Was it for you, Vel?
Yes, it was for me. And then he started to beat me with it, and I was wearing a legging.
Joe,
like, if you can see me, I still have those marks on my thighs. Like, he whipped me with the whip. Like, I was so screaming. My thighs were swollen, like, because that whip was so thick and what was so big like this.
But I mean, at this time, how old are you?
How old was I? was 29 years.
29. So I mean, at this point, you're no longer like the 16-year-old that you were.
Yes.
How did you feel like seeing yourself back in that situation again as an adult?
Like I said, no. Like I felt like, yeah, I signed up for this. Like I'm the one who chose to go back. Like I thought he has changed, but then he's worse than before.
So you did say that, you know, the time that you were pregnant, he dated your best friend, and then he also dated a neighbor. Was he also beating them?
No. Because I felt like maybe I'm the one who's sick. I don't know. Maybe I was like, even now, because I'm still asking myself, maybe I'm the problem. What's wrong?
No, it is. You're not the problem, clearly, because you're not the one that is out there beating somebody.
Yes.
Do you not think that maybe it's because he knew with you he could?
Yes. I think because he knew that I can't like hit him back.
Or leave him
Or
for
leave
that?
him, yeah. He knew that I won't leave him.
So when he came back 7 years later, how long did it take for him to start beating you again after you started dating again?
Not even a week. Not even a week.
But now, as a 29-year-old, what made you continue to stay? I mean, within that first week, I feel like it could have been time. That could have been the thing where you're like, no, I see him. Why didn't you? Because clearly you knew this is the type of person he was.
Yes.
What do you think was the reason?
I don't know really, because I think I felt like I felt like maybe like there's no one who's gonna love me.